Oh, and one more person coming. Okay, so officially, good evening, guys. My name is Solon. I am your host tonight, and it's always a pleasure to be here. And well, I think we have some new faces here and some other great friends. Hello, Rogério. How you doing?
Hello, Mr. Solomon. I'm doing well, and you? Good
Okay, I'm
evening.
also very well. Thanks for coming. Well, we're just about to start, but before we start, I'd like to introduce TNT a little bit, all right? So TNT is basically a conversation platform for intermediate, advanced, and oh, let me just do one thing. Yes. I was telling the guys here, Rogério, my computer is a little bit slow tonight, so I'm having some technical problems, but I think it's going to work. So
Oh,
basically, coming back, Change is a conversation platform for beginners, intermediate, and advanced English speakers. Guys, this is not a class, okay? I want it to be clear. This is just a place where you can practice your English in a real environment. How does it work? I bring few questions and we are going to talk about these questions. Especially tonight, we are going to talk how do children spend time with adults and our philosophy here is speak up. So please, guys, share your opinion, share your point of views, and be respectful, all right? As you can see, we are live on YouTube, and if you want to have more access to conversations like this or even classes, all you need to do is go to talkingtalk.com.br. All right. But I think I've spoken too much. I'm tired already. So please, I'd like to hear from you guys. Say your name, say where are you from, and tell me if you have a lot, medium, or I don't know, just random contacts with children. All right. Just to get start of the conversation. Let's start with my friend Camila. It's your first time here, so go ahead, introduce yourself.
Okay, I am Camila. I'm from Aracaju, Sergipe, and I live in this capital. It's a capital for Sergipe. I am working with product design. It's a tech professional, and in my free time, I like to swim in, drowning.
Swimming?
Obviously,
Okay.
I'm in design, and I love to watch movies and series. And my first career was I tried to become a director, but it's no fixer well, it's not working. But
Okay.
now I love design, and because that I become design after. So
Okay.
I guess that's it. About the question, it's about living or
Yes. Do you have any contacts with children, like normally, randomly? I don't know.
yes. 2 years ago, my niece born.
Okay.
So I have about a lot time with no talk with another child. So now I try to learn to talk with child, and I love this kid because she's so smart. She talk a lot, and because
Okay.
that I start to understand all the child because now I have a child in my family,
Yes.
so I guess that's it. The name is Juana, the name of my
Juana.
my niece. Yes, she live
Nice.
in another city. It's close, but it's no close too much. I can travel for that all day because it's about 1 hour 20 minutes to go for the city. But I
Okay.
try to visit about one per month, but it's a smart and great child. I love child because I guess
Okay.
it's an interesting way to see the life because it's so kind about these small people in
Okay.
our life. So that's it. Sorry,
Okay,
I
yes,
talk
don't
a
worry.
lot about her.
I know what you mean when you talk that it's different to have this contact with children. Nice. We're going to have a good conversation. And just one curiosity, I love Aracaju. I've been there last year. It's a very nice place. One of the best orlas of Brazil, Very nice. Very nice. Let's go with you, Pedro. What about you, man? Introduce yourself and go ahead.
All right, good evening, guys. My name is Pedro. I am 25 years old. I graduate in design, but nowadays I am a transition career. Now I will start to work with bank area. It's a different, but I like this area too. It's gonna be a a new phase of my life, so I'm so excited about that. Yeah, some different history involve like children. During my life, I always have a good feeling with children. I understand them, and uh they like me, and it was very interesting. And they some history that I remember now happening last weekend. Some friends about me is on face like he had the first kid or the second one, and
Yes.
I'm not in this phase, but my all friends are. So I like to play with them, etc. And I was playing with my little friend Alvaro, and some person that he passed around me says, "Oh, it's your son." And I look and oh no, it isn't my son. But I really like to play with kids. It's interesting because like they are pure, they don't have like bad thoughts and things like that.
Okay, nice, very nice. Thanks so much, Pedro. Let's go with my friend Victoria, because you know, Victoria, you have such a great energy, and I'm thinking, how is your energy with kids? So go ahead, please.
Oh, so hi everyone. I'm Victoria. I'm 23 years old. I work at the technology area, so I'm a data engineer. I live in Paraná, Rondônia. So I love kids. I have two nieces. They are little things that I love so much. My niece is 5 years. One is 5 years old, and the other is 1 year old. So it's Raissa and Livia. So Raissa is 5 years old, and she's here every day. Like every day, I'm with her, and she's everything to me because my sister worked full time, like every day, like 6 days per week. She just have this one day to stay at home. So when I wasn't working yet, I took care of Raissa. So I took care of her like 4 months. She was 4 months to like 3 years old. I was with her every day and like putting her to sleep and feeding her. It was everything to me because she's such a kind soul. Like she have these really beautiful thoughts, and she always shows me like, oh, I'm doing this. Oh, I'm so happy about this. So I really like to see her growing up, and I'm really excited because next year she will go to school, and I really want to see her going to school. First day of school, I'm really excited about it. My other niece, she's not here every day. She's just here the weekend. So I don't have really much connection with her because I don't see her all the time. But she's so little, and she's this person who is really curious about everything around her. She's always trying to say some things, but she can't really say things because she's only 1 year old. But she's so cute, and she had this hair like that's curly hair, and it's
Curly hair,
really
yeah.
cute because Raissa has like straight hair, and she has this small curly hair, and it's so cute. I found her so cute. So I love them so much, and with them I feel like, oh, maybe someday I'll be a good mother too. So I really want to be in the future a good mother. So they really put me in this like situation in life that I see how children are good for us, and how it's important to take care of them because they are everything. Like it's really good to see them really growing up and see all the process in their life. It's really good. I really love them.
Okay, nice, nice, amazing. Very nice to hear that. Let's hear from our friend Rogério. What about you, man? Are you still working? I don't know.
No, I'm
Yes, are
at
you
home.
working? Okay.
Yeah, at home. Good evening for everyone. I'm Rogério. I'm 49. I'm from Rio de Janeiro, the capital. I work as accountant in a oil gas company. And yes, I have niece. I don't remember how many nieces I have, but I have many nieces. Yes, many. It's a escadinha. Yes, and I love them. They live away from me, but when it possible, I I will see them in São Paulo. They live in São Paulo.
Okay, nice. And you also had kids, am I right? Or they are grown up already? How is it?
They are adults, 23, 21.
Oh, adults already. Come on.
Yes.
Okay, nice. Well, this was interesting because you know what, guys, we didn't get to the first question yet. It was just the introduction, so I hope the conversation is going well. So I'm going to send the first one here, and I'm going to start with you, my friend Rogério. So tell me, you have a lot of nieces, but they live a little bit far from you. So how do you define quality time with children? Because it's not the amount of time, it's like quality time. How do you define
Yes.
this?
I think the wonderful word, I think it's a wonderful moment with them. We can learn it with them. We can make them laugh. We laugh as well. I think
Yeah.
it's a good moment to play with the
Okay.
children, to stay with there, to finding some, I don't know how can I say brincadeira, to start. I think it's a good moment.
Okay.
We can have moments doing different things like drawing,
Drawing, yeah.
or yes, or talking about cartoon or internet, cell phone, or
Okay.
their school. We have a good topic to that you need to we can discuss. I think it's a good moment. It's a wonderful moment for me.
Okay, nice. Let's hear from you, Victoria, because you said one of your nieces is always with you, but what about
Yeah.
the other that is a little bit far? You see her on the weekend. So tell me, how do you spend quality time with them? How do you like measure like, oh, this one I see every day, this other one I don't have so much intimacy? How does it work?
Oh, my other niece, she stay with her babysitter every
Yes.
week. Like I just see her the weekend. So Haisa really likes the coloring. I brought her a book, a coloring book, and she really likes it. And she like when I sit with her and start coloring with her. Because at first she didn't know how to draw and how to color things. She didn't know, and I started talking with her like, you do this and that you can like color things right, and you need to see all the shapes of things. And she started getting better, and I saw these phases like she was like just with the a pencil all of the paper, and now she starts seeing things different. She starts seeing, oh, this is the eyes and I'm coloring like blue. And it's so good to see like she growing up, she starts to see it and she gets so proud of her. She starts saying to me like, oh, I did it, I'm so happy. And she really said, I think it was yesterday, she came to me and said, oh, I'm a bit sad because I colored wrong this drawing. And she used I think she used the wrong color. She wanted one, but she used another, and it wasn't good. She said it wasn't really good. And I said to her, it was okay. Oh, it's okay, it's just a drawing, you can draw again and keep coloring again. And she was like, oh, it's true, I can do it again. And and she started coloring other drawings, and she was so happy about it. She was, oh, just okay for herself. And I was like, oh, she's getting there, she is trusting on herself. And for me, quality time is sitting with them. Like my niece Livia, she is with me just the weekend, so I really like to hug her because she's just a little, so she's always running around and eating things. She really likes to eat things, so I like to, you know, give her something to eat and getting her to myself, like hugging her and kissing her. It's really good for me. But when she grew up, I really want to take her to places like I take Raissa to ice cream because she's
Yes.
already grow up. Like she's 5 years old. It's a little more easier. It's easier to deal with her
Shoot.
than Livia because Livia is just 1 year old. So quality time for
Okay.
me is seeing them growing up. It's really when you start to paying attention to them and see how they are doing. And like 1 week ago, they were different, and now they're like this, and it's really
It
great.
they go fast, yes. Let's hear from you,
Yeah.
Pedro, because you said like your friends they are on this time of life that oh I'm going to have the first kid or the second and this and that. How do you react to them? Do you stay with the kids of your friends? How is your relation with them? How do you spend quality time with children in general?
It's very interesting because each phase about the life in general, about our lives, our children, it's very interesting because like quality time it's involved like some things because when the kids was just born, the quality time is just spend the time like when they are awake because most of the time they are sleeping. So it's very difficult like uh defining like a quality time during this period. But like when this kid start to walk and things like that, is the time like you have to pay more attention like that. And the quality time, I think, when you are on body and self with them, like you are really enjoy the situation. You're not just the I will stay in my cell phone and I I don't know how to
Yes.
say fingir. I can't
To
remember now.
pretend.
Pretend. It's a good verb. Pretend like I am with the children, but I'm just focus on other things. I think quality time when you are with the children and you are do some support about them or like I believe that the children's like to me is because like when I try to conversate with them, I try to it's a real conversation, not try like to think like about like they are don't understand that I say and it's like oh da 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 good da da da. I try to have a real conversation and they I think they think like they have someone that attends them and about that I think it's a quality time.
Okay, interesting, interesting. Because I see this happening a lot, you know, people just, oh, okay, yes, yes, go play and that's it, you know, like having a real conversation about something simple, like Rogério said, oh, about your school, about your friends, things like that. I think it's really important, you know. Let's hear from Camila. What about you, Camila? What is a quality time spent with children for you?
I guess it's like Pedro and Victoria said. I guess it's to be present. It's about you hear the child. So I guess it's necessary to hear. So when I talk with my niece, I try to sit in the floor, try to look in the eyes, and then she felt like he will listen. Because I guess sometimes the kids could be very frustrated because he then talk a lot and sometimes the adult don't hear the child because when I was child it's difficult the adult hear me, so because
Yes.
that I try to hear the my niece. And I guess the good time I could do that it's cooking because she loves cookies.
Cooking, yes.
So she loves cookies, and I try to prepare the cookies for her. And it's a mess because she tried to help me all the time. But when I done these cookies for her, it's difficult to say for her, stop, Ruana, you eat a lot. It's no good for your stomach. Because she love cookies. And another thing she love, it's similar. Victoria said she loved to drowning, and she need to take someone seeing the drown. So
Yeah,
I
that's
guess to
important.
be present is that. because she hates when
Okay.
I stay in my cell phone. So I try to take off my cell phone when I stay with her in these toys and these things she's like. I guess that's it.
Okay, now, we're going to have a question related with technology and children because this is happening all the time. But one thing you said, I thought it was really interesting was that you mentioned that you talk with children because when you were a children, the other people didn't pay a lot of attention, like when talking to you. And this is where our next question goes. I'm going to send here. So I'm going to start with you, Rogério. Do you think that nowadays adults they spend more time with children or not compared to your generation, for example? Because nowadays, I don't know. I think that children are closer, but at the same time they are distant because we are using technology, we are watching TV, we are on our smartphone. How do you see this in your opinion?
In my opinion, we spend less time with them.
Last time, why?
Yes, we always using technology to not to our fun moment, but we needed to use our cell phone, for example, to
Yes,
pay, to talk, and to work, to study, you know. So,
yes,
uh, 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 although the children, some children, or the most of children has a cell phone, you know, has a
yes.
technology or spend time with TV, as you said. Although spend less time with them. I think because technology, um, it's important to disconnect some a little to with this technology to pay attention with them, to listen, to talk, and to teach. It's my view.
Okay, interesting. Let's go with you, Camila. You, for example, do you think nowadays people are spending more or less time with children comparing to the last generation? How do you think this happened? How was it for you, for example, when you were a child?
Yes, I guess it depends of the time, the moment in the day, because I always watch it a lot when I was a child. When I back
Yes,
off the school, I start to watch it. TV Cultura, these things
yes.
all the afternoon. So I guess I use a lot TV in this time. But I guess it's different because sometimes I have a toys and I kidding, it's correct. I
You can
take my
say
toy
play.
and
Yeah.
kidding and watching the same time. But
Uh-huh.
I see my niece and she don't kidding anything and she watch it like
Just watches.
hypnotic.
Yeah.
Yes, she stay static and watching and I guess it's not a good idea watch for a long time when I my a time of kids. So I try to take take her off the TV and 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 come it's correct chamar.
To call.
Yes, call to her to take another way to walk for the street. This thing because it's insane the way of kids watching this time because I guess I know watch this way. It's very zombie way because she don't listen anything. She watch it and that's it.
And that's
It's not exist
it.
the around of the world. It's a TV and
Okay.
it's all the world for her. It's changing now.
Okay. Let's go with you, Pedro, because when Camila talked about the cultura, you also laughed. So I think it was part of your childhood. But tell me, how do you see nowadays comparing to when you were a child? Do you think adults are spending more or less time? It's more quality time or not? Tell me.
So I left it because like yeah, I feel about the same because I loved like watching TV Cultura and they had it's a Cultura and Futura. The two of channels for me was very good. But I believe that like nowadays I agree with you, Rogerio. Uh, we spend less time than in the past because we have so much technology that can distract us. It's involved like everything. Like when you try think about like work, for example. Uh, in other times when you are working, you don't have like so much distractions. So nowadays you're have like a notification comes in your cell phone or something like that. So have a focus on the activity is very difficult. But I believe that like we have like so much things like to distract the children because like for example, I don't live in this moment, but if we don't have televisions, I don't know what we're gonna
What
do.
to
Like
do? Yes.
yeah, right, because uh, like involve like this situation, like living apartment is small and we don't have a TV, and the children have a full of energy like to spend and
Yes,
what they will have to
man.
do. And for example, I need to work or something like that, or to do some do some wash dishes or
Activities,
something like
yes.
this. Activities that involve the work of the house. So it's a very difficult, but I believe we have to pay more attention about that, like how we can spend more quality time with your children, how to, for example, I saw some parents like, oh, I will don't buy a cell phone to my children, etc., etc. I don't like to see my children in that, but like the mirror of they are seeing it's their parents like just scroll the screens,
Yes,
use the
that's
cell
true.
phone.
That's true.
It's something like that don't make any sense. Like I don't want my children to do that, but I am doing. So I believe like the children saw that, and when we saw like the examples, they are gonna want to do the same.
Yes, I agree with you, because when you have a child around you, she or him try to imitate you, you're like the whole model. So if you do something good, they're going to repeat this good thing. If you do something bad, they're going to repeat because you're the model there. So it's really important, just like you said, to be coherent, because if you say, oh, smartphones are not good, but during all the day long you are on your smartphone, so maybe there is something wrong, the child is going to get a little bit confused. But interesting, very nice. Victoria, go ahead, girl. What about you?
Oh, I think we work too hard too. Like my sister, she works 6 days per week and she just have one day at Sunday to spend with her
Yes.
children. So it's just one day and our brains are addicted to cell phones. And so we don't see time passing by us. We don't see it like people saw it in the past. 24 hours per day feel different in the past than right now. Right now
Yes, I
we are
agree.
so addicted to cell phones. Like 1 hour is nothing in the cell phone. It passes so fast. Like we are really addicted to these short videos like TikTok and Instagram. So time really passes fast. And when we see it, it's just midnight and we are doing just scrolling through TikTok. So I think people are addicted to cell phones and they are working too hard too. So this combination is just not good for children. Like when we have this time with them, we're just so addicted to cell phone, we don't spend quality time with them. So I think it's really less than it was in the past.
Nice, nice. Guys, just one exercise for curiosity. Someone told me about that, like, oh, people are spend around 3 to 4 hours on their smartphone on average, per day. And I said, oh, I don't spend this, I don't use so much. And then I went to the statistics on my smartphone, and it was 3 hours and a half. And I don't feel it. I don't feel it, it's just 3 hours and a half and I don't feel it. So it's 3 hours and a half of 24 hours. It's a lot of time just looking at this small thing, So please, if you have the opportunity, check the statistics on your smartphones or phone usage, you are going to be surprised for sure, because I was not expecting this, Go ahead, Rogério.
You're a good boy. Just 3.5 an hour. You're a
Three and a
good
half
boy.
hours. It's a lot of time, man. Come on.
There are more people using smart time.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's totally
Yeah.
crazy. Do this exercise, guys. You're going to be surprised of how many hours we spend on our smartphones. And talking about this, let's go to the next question because this is about technology, you know. Let me just send that question here, and I'm going to start with you, Pedro. Because, you know, on other times, at least when I was a child, the thing was just like this. Oh, if you were at home, you were watching TV or you were playing, you know. Nowadays, it's not like this. You are watching TV, you're playing video game, you are on your smartphone, you are, I don't know, on TikTok, you are doing this and that and tablet and etc. So how do you think this technology is impacting adults and children at the same time? Tell me.
So in my childhood, I remember I loved it like to watch TV. It's a kind of problem because like I don't like so much like to play in the streets and like to play soccer or I play with kite. So for me, for my mother, he saw like that like a problem. He tried to involve like that the exact the activities, but I simply don't like doesn't like. So but he passed us some time. I like the other activities like outside, but I really like it to watch TV like Futura, Cultura, like the channels that we talked about earlier. But I think nowadays, like you said, you now we have like so much options like to the children. Like we have social media, and sometimes this type of social media we don't have some control like about the content that the children are watching, and it's very dangerous. I remember I saw some researches. I don't take a deep in that, but I remember like he have some channels that is it's like cerebral. I don't know how to watching cerebral. I don't know if
Yes.
is the right expression, but it's something like if he would just take the children like involve that, like it can be very dangerous about uh the evolving about the mind, like the part of more about like how they will think about the life and the other things. And I think it's very dangerous about the children. And I believe I saw like some ideology schools, like ideology acknowledgement. They defend like the children have to stay at some age, like I don't remember the exactly the one, but I believe it's 10 years old to start to involve like some screens like cell phone, things like that. After before that they have to avoid it so much as possible, because it will affect like the evolve of the children. So I believe that it's a very important. I defend these ideas, but I don't know if I had the children. I had to like to put somewhat in forth, because sometimes it's so easier. Like, oh my god,
Yes, watch
watch
this
the
and that's it.
TV,
Yeah.
and yes, it's so much easier. But like, if we wanted to have children that have the some impact is, and we have the best one of them, we have to pay more attention about the situations. It's like
Okay.
some a little boring in the beginning, because it's not the easy one, but we have to do some challenges in your life.
Yes, I agree with you. Victoria, what about you, girl? What do you think?
I think when you give your cell phone to a child and you are in the cell phone too, you don't really see they growing up. Like I saw Raisa really growing up in her feelings. Like it was easy in the past. She just needed to feed. I needed to feed her,
Just eat and
dress
sleep,
her,
yes.
and sleep and put her to sleep. But now she has these complicated feelings. She started to get anxious. She really knows anxiety right now. She doesn't know it's anxiety, but I know it is. So she's growing up. She's getting these complicated feelings. And when adults are so much in the cell phone, they really don't see it. Like they are growing, they are feeling things different, and they are seeing things different. They start seeing adults don't paying attention to them, and like, oh, they don't love me because they don't pay attention to me. So they
Oh, that's
started thinking
hard.
like that. Yes, like a 5 years old saying that,
Yeah, that's too deep, you
it
know.
break your heart. Like, she was like saying to me one time, her mother was like in the cell phone, and she said to me, oh, I think my mother doesn't love me because she's just in the cell phone. And I was like, no, she loves you.
That's
She's
heavy, yeah, it's just too
just
deep.
having her time there. Just play with things you like, but she loves you. But you know, a 5 years old thinking about it, it's
Yes.
complicated feeling. So when you are so much in the cell phone, you don't see it, you don't pay attention to it.
Okay, Rogério, go ahead. What do you think about that? Tell me.
I have the similar idea with Pedro. When I was a child, I wake up early to watch Xuxa, to watch cartoon. Yes, you know, I love to watch TV. Where's our father? Just working. Father and mother, parents, just
Always
working.
working. Yes, I have
Yes,
this
always
feeling
work.
too.
Yes, yes. We are take care with other women, other people. So nowadays it's totally different. But our time and the children time, sometimes not the same time. So it's important to uh, schedule a time with them to play with them.
Interesting.
But yes, technology atrapalha,
Impacts. It
impact,
impacts.
yes, impact a lot our time. I think we spend many times with cell phone than our children, with our sons. Yes.
Okay,
Nowadays
interesting.
it's totally different than the past because I think the internet impacts a lot.
Yes, I agree with you. I totally agree. We're going to have a question about that, Rogério,
Yes,
about
yes,
the
go ahead.
schedule time to spend
Yes.
time with kids, you know. This is going to be interesting.
Just a reminder. Uh, who with us don't sleep with cell phone beside us.
Oh, yes.
Sometimes
A lot
we
of
sleep.
people.
Yes,
Sometimes on
sometimes.
the bed. It's on the
Yes,
bed, the
yes. Bad
smartphone.
habits. Yes, yes. It's
Bad
a bad
habits.
moment. Yes.
Okay, interesting. Camila, what about you, girl? What do you think about that? Do you think that it's just bad things or technology helps with children too? What's your opinion?
I guess I told you about spoiling the last
Don't
one
worry, don't
question.
worry.
I guess it's a problem and a way to solve something problems too. Because I try to use the technology with my niece. For example, have
Yes.
some apps of English listeners.
That's good.
And then some Sunday I start to use with her. You need to listen the word and talking after. So we love. So he smile a lot because that because it's a great way to distract her because he talk and after she listen and she listened the robot said, and I guess I was one way to use the technology for help this child because it's activity way. It's no passive. It's correct for
Yes, it's
this.
not
It's
passive.
yeah, it's not passive way to consume information because when she watched Peppa Pig, these things,
Yeah, you
she
just watch. It's very passive.
she's watching. She don't think she didn't think in nothing. But when she have this interaction with gamification in general, I guess she's a way to escape for the dopamine in because Victoria said about Denise, the her niece. I guess it's true because when I have this strong dopamine, it's danger for us adults. I can imagine the problem with a child because it's happening, the anxiety, the depression, it's danger for child because that I guess it's could use the technology, but try to use the active way when I told here, because I guess it's possible to not frozen the brain of this child because she them need to learn and discover the world. It's not watch it the all of the world. Why?
Okay. Nice, nice. So let's go to the next one. It's kind of related, because you said that, Camila, you said that you were playing, but at the same time you were active. It was not so passive. So maybe in a few years, your niece is going to remember. Oh, do you remember that day that we played with this and that? So the next question is about this, and I'm going to start with you, Victoria. How do we create meaningful moments with children? Like those memories that years after you say, oh, do you remember that day? It was so amazing. We did this and that, and not related to technology or watching TV, like
Yeah.
meaningful moments. How do we do that?
Oh, my niece, she stay at home all the time. Like she doesn't
Yes.
go anywhere. She's home all the time with me and my mother. So I think for her, when I take her to some places, she really like it. So I think it was 2 months ago. It was a really long time. I took her to the park. It's not close to my home. I took a Uber to there. So I take her to the park and she could see other kids. She was like playing with them and getting to know new playing things like esconde-esconde. She didn't know how to play it. I just, oh my God, she really needs to learn how to play esconde-esconde. She doesn't know how to play it. So she needs to be around other kids to really know how to play with them. So it was a really nice time. I took her to the park and to eat ice cream. She really likes it. So I think outside things like going to the park and seeing other kids, it's really good for a child, especially for children that are not like they don't go to school like my niece. She don't go to school right now. Next year, I hope she will go because I need to get the I need to get the vaga. I don't know how to say it, but she really need to get the vaga to the school next to my house. It's just, I think, 16 vagas right now. So I need to get there really early to get the vaga. So I really hope next year she can meet new children and get connected with them and know new ways to play because she doesn't know. Because her sister is like 1 year old. She is older. She doesn't have older kids to teach her how to play. So it's really meaningful to do these things with them outside the house and in the other places. They can see other people, different people. So it's really meaningful.
Nice, nice. I'd like to hear from you, Pedro. What about you? What do you think that are good moments or activities to have meaningful memories?
So something that I think thought interesting when Camila said about like how use the positive way technology as something like I saw that and I think it's very funny. I remember I saw a son of my friend using Alexa and that it was
Alexa, nice.
amazing because like you teach just one command for the children like oh the Alexa work like that. Alexa play some music. All right. But he tried to ask everything from Alexa. So we discovered like Alexa say do some things like amazing, and some things like they are memorable because like meaningful because like the children have some interaction and they are having funny, and that's something interesting like you said like about like have some situations nice with the children they can be meaningful about the us like we are like older because I remember I traveled like for other city and I have a contact with two children of a friend of mine and I play with them. I took them from to play soccer, and I do some very things like with them. But they had contact with so much people, like it's just one interaction. And the another year, I went back to this place and I talked to them. Hey, can just them memorize my face, like they don't remember about me, but I remember like all the moments we have together. But I think like for example, you have a relationship more strong, like a niece or you are a father or mother or something like that. You have more moments that it can be more memorable for the children. But for you, it's a thing like you can be memorable. And for that
Okay.
is like we saw in the other questions, like you really enjoy this situation.
Okay, nice. Camila, let's go with you. What about you?
I guess it's about the cooking cookies because
Oh,
I
this
try
one is
to
good.
take
Yes.
forms of animals. So she
Oh,
loved because
nice.
the cookies have animal forms. So always time she came for my home, she say, Auntie, could you do the cookie again, please? So all the time if the same thing, but I try to do that no all month because she eats a lot and it's dangerous. She have a stomach ache. It's no a good way. But it's the Christmas I do these cookies again. So I guess she could she felt amazing because she loved this cooking. So I guess these are memorable things I have with her because she asks it all the time when I see me. So I guess that's it.
Okay, nice. What about you, Rogério? Because you had kids and now you have a lot of nieces. So tell me, how did you spend some memorable time with your children, and how do you spend memorable time with your nieces? How is it different for you?
Yes, when I was a child, I played a lot. I have
A
many
lot.
good
Okay.
memories. Yes, I have many good memories that I remember. I have some nostalgia about this. Yes, I think if I have opportunity to, I am so far done. If I have opportunity to play with them all the time, I would like to play the same brincadeiras that I played in the past. So
Yes.
yes, I think yes, I agree with Pedro said. I think we can teach them, for example, watching cartoon, watching movies, watch something, see animals in the TV. It's a good good and significant moments. As Vitória said, hide and seek is a wonderful uh, place. I think that's it.
Okay, nice. And the next question is also going to go for you, Rogério, because you talked about it. Sometimes I get this feeling that people schedule time to stay with the kids. It's not something spontaneous like, oh, I'm going to 3 o'clock tomorrow, I'm going to see the kid and I'm going to play and that's it. How do you see that? Do you think it's something exclusively from our time or it always happens, or you don't see this in this way? Tell me what's your opinion about that?
I think it's important to have a time to have all the time for them.
Yes.
Yes. I saw, I've already seen some babies riding a cell phone,
Yes.
Yes, play cell phone, put in the eye, in the hair
The
and
year,
talk,
yes.
yes, and talk with someone. But I think if you have a time, spend time with them all the time, whatever time it is could be. But if you don't have time, schedule.
Schedule.
Don't forget to have this moment, this feeling, because it's very important. The fasting are running so fast in nowadays. So
Yes.
if you see, oh, you are become children or adults, what happened? You grow up a lot
You're grown
fast.
up very fast, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. I think that's it.
Okay, nice. Camila, what about you? How do you think this happens? Do you think it happens actually? Go ahead.
I guess it's totally spontaneous because sometimes the children it's no have time for you too, because sometimes my niece prefer I don't know, brincar, I forgot.
To play, you can say play.
Play, right? Oh, it's easy to play with another people in my family. Sometimes she like to play alone. Depend of her. No, depend
Yes,
of me.
okay. She
So
decides.
I guess, yeah, she decide if have a time for interaction with another adult, or she's a boring of another adult. So I guess depend of the child in this point.
Okay, nice. Victoria, what about you? You are all the time with Dan. Tell me, how does it work for you?
Yeah, scheduling is good, I think, because um my niece is 5 years old. She doesn't know like hours and read hours, but she knows when it's near that time. So she always say, "Oh, can I sleep with you?" And I don't really like to sleep with her because she always like it's
Moving a
hugging
lot,
me
yeah.
and moving a lot, and I can't sleep really well. So she sleep with me every Friday. So every Friday, because Saturday is it's my time. So Friday I can sleep with her, and she knows when it's near Friday. She always like, "Oh, it's getting late. Like it's Friday already." And I say,
Nice.
"No, it's not. It's near, but it's not." And she knows the time when it's time for her to be with me. So she's always ready to be with me at the time. She knows it. She's always ready to be with me that time. So I think it's good because I know I'll be with her. So I don't schedule anything that time. I know Friday I'm with her, so I don't go out with anyone. I'm with her all the
Oh,
time, like
your
at
scheduled
midnight.
time, yes.
Yeah. For me it's really good because I know when I can do other things and I know when I need to be with her. So it's a
That's
good for
good.
me scheduling.
Very nice. Pedro, what's your opinion about that?
So I totally agree about Rogerio. Nowadays, I feel like we don't have like so much time to spend like do another activities because the work consumes a lot. And I believe the schedule is a good option, but you have to be open like to other situations. Like for example, a big moment in the life is about like children uh, learning to walk, for example, and you don't
That's
have
true.
like to schedule like this moment will happen like during this day. It's impossible. Like it's imprevisible. So like that, you have to be open, like to spend time. But if you have a little time to spend with the children, enjoy that uh, as much as you can.
Okay, very nice. Guys, unfortunately, we're getting to the end of this meeting, but before we go, please, I'm going to send this link. Share your opinion in the link, Talk about the meeting, the conversation, the topic, things that you like it, things that you dislike it. Give your true opinion. And most important than that, give ideas for new meetings, Give ideas of new topics, things you would like to talk about, and etc. So unfortunately, we are running out of time, but I hope you enjoyed the conversation. Thanks so much, Camila, Rogério, Pedro, Victoria. And that's it for tonight, folks. Please answer the feedback, and I hope to see you all again. All right. See you. Bye.